The life of Deanna Woods. My grandmother, who her grandkids called Nana, has been such an influential person in my life. Deanna was born and raised in Columbus, Ohio. She was surrounded by both her parents and her three siblings, Danny, Danette, and Danielle, along with other friends and family. During her life, she faced many challenges but never struggled to overcome them. Throughout her life, she grew up, found love, had children, and lived life to the fullest. When describing her younger home life, she talked about how her sister Danette would often take care of her while their mother worked most of the time, as she was a single mom of 4 children. Her father didn't get much time with them, but when he did, she says he never forgot to tell them how much he loved them. When speaking about the most influential person in her life as a child, she says this.
That would have to be the most influential person in my life as a child would probably have to be my sister Danette. She was, Mom worked all the time. She had to work. She was a single parent. She had to work. And Danette was the one, the oldest sister who took care of everybody. So it would have to be Danette as a child.
When Deanna was younger, her mother would take her and her siblings to the campground often. They had their own camper and spent many times with family at the campground. Growing up, she met her best friend Amy Mumaw in the 7th grade. These two stayed friends all the way through high school, after high school, and to this day are still in contact with each other, mainly through Facebook. During high school, Deanna's favorite subject was science. She enjoyed learning about animals and the planet. While she did not play sports, she was involved in FFA, choir, a photography class, and a vocational class. Deanna's favorite memory from high school was when she was in the animal management program at the Career Center. She says she did anything and everything imaginable when it came to learning about animals, taking care of them, and the management of them. Anything from grooming to pet shop to the production of them, along with different things. She says that they had competitions that they went to, and in her junior year, she did very well in a lot of competitions. During her junior and senior year, she was top in sales and in business. After high school, she attended SIC in Harrisburg, pursuing a degree in business management, but did not finish. Deanna got her first job working at Wendy's when she was 16 years old. After Wendy's, she worked for 2 different pet shops, and when she moved to Illinois, she did a few intern jobs in the business office at SIC. Her longest-lasting job was at Crouch's Accounting, where she worked for 16 years. Lastly, she worked at the NCOE grade school for 5 years before becoming a stay-at-home mom. She says her favorite job was working at the pet shop, as she really enjoyed it and hoped to open her own pet shop one day. Although she never opened a pet shop, and that career, along with her business classes in college, led her to start her own little farm throughout the years. She says that career path helped with her home life, managing a home, taking care of the family, and preparing her for children and grandchildren. While she has enjoyed other jobs in the past, Deanna's ideal job is what she's doing right now, taking care of her home, family, babysitting, and being able to be available for her grandchildren. As growing older, she says she has broken a few hearts and had her heart broken. It was in high school from the guy she thought would be her forever. She has only been married once and says, "Thank God for broken hearts, because your papa and I will be married 35 years in September." Deanna and my now grandpa Corbett met Labor Day weekend in 1988 at church that Sunday. She came to Illinois from Ohio to visit family, as she had done for many summers before as a kid. Only this time, she was barely graduated out of high school and was going to stay a few months instead of a few weeks. She says she left Ohio to clear my mind and broken heart. It was her intention to go back and resume her life in Ohio. That Sunday, she walked into church a minute or 2 late. The church was full, but this guy scooted over and patted for her to sit in his row. She says he was only being kind, as a mutual friend was there too. She rolled her eyes because she wasn't interested in sitting by a guy she didn't know. She states, "I would have preferred to sit by my friend instead, but I also needed to hurry and just sit down. So I sat down next to him." Deanna didn't return to Ohio to resume her life there. She married the guy who was just being kind. It was a year later on Labor Day weekend on Sunday. Deanna is now surrounded by 4 children and 4 granddaughters. She loves spending time with her family, and when asked what family means to her, she says this.
family means everything. I'd like to give you all the gushy answers, but family is hard, and family is chaotic, and family is, it's not always fun, and it's not always easy, and it's not always the best memories, but I would never want to miss any of that either, or not to be a part of any of that, because that's what makes families. It can either separate families or it can make families closer together. And I have found that a lot of our chaos has brought us together. And so family is commitment, and it is, it's commitment, and it's love, and it's hard, and it's messy, but it's worth it, and it's something worth fighting for. It just, family is everything.
Through all her struggles in life, my grandmother is one of the most caring people you will ever meet. She has taught me so many things in life. The love for her family and friends truly makes her the most beautiful woman in the world.